I say Happy New Year. Not a great start to the new year, though, is it, for workers? I mean, many people, having spent a lot of money on season tickets, not able to get into the office today.
No, quite. And I think the tedious ongoing campaign by the railway trade unions to continue to distrust people's working lives is appalling, frankly. Especially as we heard there, they are fighting a rearguard action against reality. I think especially over things like driver-only operated trains, for example, we've had the technology to put those in place for, I think, 3 or 4 decades now. They already operate on 30% of lines in this country, and they're used across the world, from Denmark to Germany and elsewhere. And yet Mick Lynch and these tedious strikers refuse to acknowledge that that's the case.
On that exact point, though, I mean, is that the sticking point in all of this, do you think? Because there was a deal on the table, 4% over this year, 4% next year, and a guarantee of no redundancies. And that was pretty much it. We were told they almost had the deal done, didn't they? When ministerial involvement requested a look again at driverless trains. Is this the sticking point? Because Mick Lynch has come out and said, hang on a minute, we've been negotiating 6-7 months. You can't just at the 11th hour bring in a new element to the dispute.
Well, I wouldn't say it's necessarily a new element to this dispute. As I say, the ongoing row between the unions and the government, and indeed with the railway companies, who are primarily people involved in this, has been going on for decades. We remember also a few years ago the big dispute with Southern Rail was over the same issue. So I wouldn't say this is necessarily a new issue. I think what has forced issues onto the table even more is not only the current high inflation we face, but also the fact that since the pandemic, the usage of our railways is still down by about 20-25% on what it was previously. And at the moment, the income of the railway companies is twice, they raise twice as much from government subsidies as they do actually from ticket sales. So I think the government has a right to say, if you're expecting this much money from the taxpayers' purse, and if you're also going to continually hold up people's lives by going on strike, we should at least expect some efficiencies.